But I kind of had a feeling that maybe Chinese and African black people were here way before Adam.
Oh yes, right, exactly, yeah, they were. Those races are indigenous to the planet. Okay, and they were created before the Adamites were created. And getting back to Genesis chapter 1, the word Adam from the Hebrew, and this is in most of your older Strong's concordances, but it has been deleted from your more recent Strong's concordances. The definition of the Hebrew word Adam means to show blood in the face.
Okay.
Okay? It means white people. That's what the word Adam means.
So is that where we get hue man, because he had a hue to him?
Hue man is colored people. Exactly. Okay. Human is different from Adam.
Okay, so
human is colored.
So that would be like a black or a somebody that's
Chinaman,
okay.
Indian, Eskimo. It's all non-whites. The word human.
So what's the most appropriate way to call the Adamic white person? Would be just Adamic man then? Would that be a good term?
Right, exactly. Or we use the term Adamite. We use the term Adamite. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and so following. Yes?
I just got somebody saying, we want some more predictions. Okay, so you got 5 minutes to do whatever.
We talked about Matthew 24. We can probably do more predictions. We can probably focus on predictions next time, But let me go through Revelation chapter 16. And because these are all end-time predictions, okay? And Revelation 16:2, we're talking about the 7 vials, okay? And let me quote, we've got enough time. Verse 2, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome or horrible, terrible, and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. Now, we know that the mark of the beast is coming. It's just about here. It's called the RFID chip. Okay? Wow. Just about here. And the second, it's been found the people who have already accepted these chips, or these digital angel is one of them.
Right.
The way this thing works, the way this chip works, it has a little mercury battery, and the mercury sloshes around inside the chip, creating a tiny electric current, and that's what keeps the chip working. Okay, it gives it enough electricity to work. Okay, but sometimes these chips leak, and mercury spills out into your flesh, and certain people have gotten cancer from these chips. Okay, a noisome and grievous sore. Okay, verse 3. And the second angel poured out his vial upon the sea, and it became as the blood of a dead man. Well, the sea in the book of Revelation symbolizes people. Okay, and so from my perspective, what this means is deliberately caused epidemics.
Oh, so the stuff we're talking about coming out now.
Yes, exactly.
We've got this third wave of supposed swine flu that's so deadly now, that's now entered, by the way, the United States.
Right. It's been created in Nephilim laboratory. Okay. Verse 4. And the third angel poured out his vial upon the rivers and the fountains of waters, and they became blood. The rivers and fountains means the original, the source of our life. Okay. Our DNA. Okay. They're tampering with our DNA.
Well,
they're doing
true.
Genetic experimentation, just like the fallen angels did before the flood. And Jesus in chapter 24 of Matthew says, it shall be as in the days of Noah.
Well, I'm kind of inclined to think that if they're interdimensional at all, that there may be some underneath the planet, but I think there still may be some arriving.
Well, yes, they could very well be. Yeah.
And that they are actively then working above the planet in locations with, of course, what you might call the Judas of the human race, or the Adamic race.
Yes. So now let's jump down to verse 8. And the fourth angel poured out his vial upon the sun, and power was given him to scorch men with fire.
That's not good.
No, we're talking about a solar flare. Okay. And more and more scientists, astronomers, are getting concerned because the sun is not acting normally. they're predicting a gigantic solar flare in 2012.
Yeah, we covered a lot of the potential of that coming.
Right.
Of course, I worked on you don't know, but I did work on a project Stardust with NASA. So the concern is that is going to happen. So yes. You're very, and I'm not too sure that there might be more than just where we're at in the galaxy with this event, because we're cycling through a heavy debris field through the center line of the galaxy. But I'm kind of wondering if there isn't something else that can be going on too. So go ahead.
The HARP technology is not helping. The HARP technology is making it worse because they're blowing holes in the ozone layer.
Well, that's
and
true.
adding to the radiation level of the planet.
That's true. Yes.
Yes.
True.
Okay. Now, and then the fifth angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast. The seat of the beast is the house of Rothschild. Okay.
So now what happened?
The economy. The fifth angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast. The economy is going to collapse, and it's collapsing right now. Okay. But it's going to totally collapse once this solar flare knocks out all the world's satellites, all of your cell phones, your computers, and we're basically thrust back into the Stone Age. Okay?
Well,
you wanted
that's
predictions,
wonderful
folks.
news.
You wanted predictions, okay? The sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up. And that means that the water there was dried up. A lot of people, a lot of death and destruction.
Right.
Okay, because the water dried up. Look at Iran, look at Iraq, look at Afghanistan. That's where the war is being focused right now. And and what the Rothschilds are going to do is they're blaming the Arabs. For what they've
done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly.
They
They're
set
creating
it up.
a war between the Christian world and the Muslim world. That's what they're doing.
Right.
And they're reaping the profits, and they're creating this animosity. Larry poked Shem, and Shem thought that Mo did it. Right. That's how they do it. Okay.
Sure.
That's the Jewish trick, right? And then, and then verse 13 is the three unclean spirits we talked about earlier. That's the city in London, the headquarters of the Rothschilds.
Oh, yes. Okay.
And D.C.,
Yeah.
okay? They are the spirits of devils. Verse 14, okay? 15, blessed is he that watches and keeps his garments, lest he walk naked. Don't partake of this system, okay? And then, and then the seventh angel poured his vial into the air, and there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven from the throne saying, it is done. And there's also a great earthquake. Okay? There's a great earthquake involved. And we're going to see the whole planet is going to be ruptured along all the various quake lines around the planet. So we're in for some heavy-duty times. Okay?
Wow. Well, it's the end of our time.
Yes.
But I know that you got more, and so I'm not sure we've got some more scheduled. I'll get back with you, Eli, about getting you back on. And I definitely want to have you give your website out, and so they can do searches on your site to find things, I take it.
Yes.
One you mentioned was enmity. Why don't you give your website out again?
Yeah, it's Anglo-SaxonIsrael.com. Of course, 3 W's in front of that. And it's ANGLO-Saxon Israel, ISRAEL.com. It's all one word with a dash between Anglo and Saxon, because that's how the word is written in English. It's Anglo-Saxon. Okay, and so, but by that we simply mean all the Caucasian people. Okay,
and Tobias,
yes.
And Tobias said that we have links.
To great.
Your site. Now, don't you have a book too?
Yes, I have a book. It's called The Great Impersonation: How the Antichrist Has Deceived the Whole World. It is an attempt to explain all the history of the Bible, and it distinguishes between the Nephilim people and the Israelite people throughout, okay? Because the Bible distinguishes between these two groups of people throughout, okay? Right, okay, so, yeah, and that's available here. And actually, I'd like to get somebody in Europe to be a